It's the Beckler and Seanna podcast, your daily download of X92.9's X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
It's Friday. July 31st, 2026. I'm Beckler.
I'm Shauna. That was good.
That was fun.
Yep. I'm glad we remember that.
It's August next week. So.
God, that sounded like a very scary haunting.
A couple of ghosts.
In studio. Weird.
Heading into a long weekend. Going to be beautiful here.
Yeah.
Had a good show.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
What are you up to this weekend?
I think I mentioned, but Cliff is in town.
Nice.
He drove because of the WestJet strike. He was afraid he'd be stranded, so he drove to Drumheller last night, and then he's coming this morning. And
He stayed in the drum last night,
He stayed in the drum to cut down the drive a bit, because that's a long drive, and he had to work. So he left at 5 yesterday, and rather than doing the 7.5 hours all the way here...
Yep. The last bit in the dark, too.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's coming in from Drumheller this morning, and then we're going to go golfing.
Great.
Having kind of a staycation here for the weekend. What about you?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Both my boys have provincials this weekend.
Yeah.
And then we're done with baseball for the year, which is great.
That's awesome.
I'm actually taking off early from the show here to go watch Brigham's game because he plays at 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Cool.
Out of bed banger battle this morning. I know sometimes you like when we include this, but it was Fleetwood Mac's Go Your Own Way, requested by friend of the show, Nancy.
Yep.
Up against my pick, Fat Man Scoop's Be Faithful.
Friggin' Fat Man Scoop.
And Scoop won it just narrowly, but taking on Fleetwood Mac is tough.
Hell yeah.
But Fat Man Scoop did it.
There you go.
I forgot to tell this story on the air, but when the bar we grew up going to, the DJ there loved Fat Man Scoop. He would play that song 2-3 times a night.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and
more than once.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a joke. Like, I think he just loved Fat Man Scoop even more than I do.
I mean, it does hype you up. So
we'd go request it, like as a joke to him. Like, can you play some Fat Man Scoop? He'd be
again?
Like, yes.
Hilarious.
On today's show, we're going to talk about where capital cities are located and why, and etymology. Terry of the Month nominee, something that bums me out, the carnivore diet, the goat of tables, pizza chat, and some stupid Friday shit, how bad the mosquitoes are in certain parts of the country right now. One place in particular. They're also horrible in Edmonton.
Yeah.
'Cause Edmonton is like underwater from all the rain.
It's so bad.
There's been people walking by all morning dressed in like Western wear because there's a big Jehovah's Witness conference in Calgary.
Yeah, these guys are headed to it too.
Yeah, 20,000 Jehovah's here, I think.
A lot of them.
A lot of Jehovah's.
Yeah.
And they're all in Western wear, I guess, one in Rome, right?
Of course. When in Calgary.
Something funny that I heard at a baseball tournament last weekend, and we'll talk about some funny dog names after you out of context clip.
You.
Yeah.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I know you've been collecting your favorite dog park names, Beckler.
Yeah, you hear some funny names at the dog park. I've been keeping a list.
Yeah, do you have any updates on some?
You know what's funny is when Cooper was really small and he was a puppy, everybody wants to talk to you when you have the puppy, so you meet a lot more people and dogs. Yeah. And I haven't met as many people since as he's grown a bit.
That's quite funny.
Now he's a regular old dog now.
Okay.
But I heard a really funny one this week. There was this woman, she had a few dogs there, and one of them wasn't joining the rest of them when they were moving on. And she was like, come on, Tal. Here, Tal. Tal wasn't listening, so she used Tal's full name. Here, Taliban. I was like, the dog's name is Taliban?
What? When you said Tao, I was like, what are you saying?
Short for, yeah.
Tao.
Tao, T-A-L.
Short for Taliban. Did you ask?
No, I didn't. I was like, that's hilarious.
I have some questions.
Your dog's name is Taliban?
My God.
And the boys were like, why is that funny? I was like, that's a terrorist group.
That is.
Unless it's a word that means something that I don't know.
Okay.
But the dog's name was Taliban.
Oh,
and that's
my God.
Perhaps the funniest dog name I've heard so far.
Yeah, I would love to know the story behind it. This is what you need to do. You need to get the background stories on these names. It was funny. I was listening to a couple of people the other day, and I overheard them, and they were talking about their dog's name. Arugula and oregano Or the names of their dogs.
Named after some seasonings, hey?
Arugula and oregano. I was like, both of those, a handful to say with your mouth. And at first I was like, those are terrible names. That is a terrible name for a dog. Arugula. Hey, arugula.
Do you know what kind of dogs they were?
Arugula. No, I don't.
That's hilarious.
I was just like, why would they be in? But then I got thinking about it, and then I thought of both those names, and they have some good short forms.
Rue,
right?
arugula?
Yeah, which is kind of fun. I don't mind that. Or Rugi even you can go with,
Rugi.
which is not bad. And then oregano, you go with Reggie, right? Gino, if you wanted.
Yeah.
Ori.
Gino.
So I was wondering if that's why, because they've got so many options for short forms and short names, nicknames, that maybe that's why.
I think they're great formal names for dogs. But you do need a short form. That's too much to yell.
Also, for you, I was like, that would be great for you because you don't like vegetables. So if you named your dog that, you'd be like, I got vegetables. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have vegetables. Don't worry.
I would like this family to continue adding to their spice cabinet.
Yes.
It's like, I want a rosemary in there. I want a thyme.
To be honest, I wish that a family would name their children this way as well. Arugula, oregano. You're right. Thyme. Rosemary is already a name.
Basil.
Beautiful. Yeah,
that is a name.
Well, look at you. You know your spices.
My spices.
Dill. Let's get dill in there as well. Good, strong dill. What about allspice?
One of the Rugrats was named Dill, right?
Oh,
Wasn't it Tommy Pickles' his little brother, Dill Pickles?
Oh my God,
that's funny.
That's great.
Lately, we've just been calling Cooper Dog, which is really funny. Hey, where's Dog? Dog Beckler.
You should just change
he's
his
a dog.
name to Dog. That's really clever.
Yeah.
It was such a clever nickname, Beckler.
Thank you.
Great one.
He is, in fact, a dog.
Yep.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I forgot to tell you that at our baseball tournament last weekend, one of the kids on the team that we were playing against had selected as his walk-up song. Love hearing what the kids pick as their walk-up songs.
It's always fun.
He was walking up to this one.
Oh my God.
Do you know this song?
No. I mean, it sounds familiar. Why do I know it?
This is the song from Super Troopers that the two Germans are listening to when they get pulled over. And then they...
Oh, that's phenomenal.
And I don't know if people know this or not, but maybe we haven't talked about it. That scene in that song was a huge inspiration for our stupid... Euro house segment, right? That is exactly the song we use is a little bit different,
but it's very similar to that.
Very similar. That's kind of what we were going for. That's exactly right. So this kid, this like 9-year-old kid, is coming up to bat. I'm going to hit the baseball.
I'm going to hit the ball so far.
I'm going to hit it like, I don't know, maybe like 60 meters.
I could twiddle my balls too, and then I hit it.
And then I'm going to run the bases so fast,
naked.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
We've talked about the insane amount of mosquitoes, which Beckler, as a fieldman, like you are, what's the update?
As a grassman, a guy who spends
a
lot of time in the field.
lot of times in the field these days, watching your kids basketball or baseball rather,
cutting grass, taking the dog to the dog park.
Yeah. So as a fieldman, what's
They've gotten quite a bit better in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, they were horrendous for a while there.
Fantastic.
They'll still take bites.
Okay.
But everything's so dry now.
I know.
Like everything's like straw.
And they of course love the water. Quickly. So without the water, I actually saw a fly yesterday and realized that that's the first fly I've really encountered. Have you noticed that?
The odd fly and the odd wasp now too. The wasps usually come in August.
But so is that always the case that flies show up in August? Then wasps, I know.
Yeah.
But flies, I always was like, I thought they were more prominent, but
Where's all the flies?
I haven't seen any of the flies. And all of a sudden I saw one at land. I'm like, excuse me, where have you been, sir? So it's just that they always come in August?
I guess so.
Same case with the flies? Yeah. Okay. I thought maybe they just didn't like the mosquitoes or something, or it was too humid for the flies. They were out hiding and now they're back because the mosquitoes are slowing down a bit.
It seems we get rain in June now.
Jesus.
Mosquitoes in July.
Yeah.
Wasps in August.
And a horse flies now too. Great. Oh, big horse fly. Also, I didn't realize, so I knew that the mosquitoes were bad in Saskatchewan. I didn't realize how bad.
It's unbelievable. They're having like their worst year ever.
Yeah. 14 times as many mosquitoes this year as last year. 14 times.
Holy crap.
They said 3.5 times as many mosquitoes this year as the average, which there's already a crap ton of mosquitoes there. So 3.5 times the average is what Saskatoon at least is dealing with.
Well, my parents said that like, the city of Saskatoon monitors these mosquito traps.
Yeah.
And they were at record levels this year. Like they had their sample sizes were like record. And I think I mentioned that like I've seen pictures of vehicles that have traveled through northern Saskatchewan, and the front end, you can't see any vehicle. It's just mosquitoes.
A friend of mine posted, it looked like sand. When you were away, I was talking about that. I was like, it looks like he just drove through sand, but it was all just mosquitoes. That is disgusting. I guess they're limiting the amount of mosquito spray at certain stores because they can't keep it in stock. So they're saying like 4 cans per household basically, and even still they say they're selling out of it. Like
you can't find good mosquito spray here either.
Oh my god.
It's all gone. All that's left is like terrifying. The 30% DEET stuff that doesn't work as well.
Please tell me this is an anomaly and not going to be every year where we have mosquitoes this bad. That would be awful.
You have to move.
Yeah.
My brother, he lives in Regina, and he said they were at a friend's house around the fire, and he said he was wearing long pants, a sweater, covered in mosquito spray, and the fire was going, and they still had to go inside because the mosquitoes were too bad.
There's a picture of a friend of mine. She was out camping in Saskatchewan last weekend, and all of them had the full ridiculous like mosquito hoods with the netting and stuff on. And I was like, to be fair, if you want to be outside, I guess that's what you got to do. You have to look like a freaking beekeeper, like have the full beekeeper's big oven mitts and everything. I'm ready.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Some stupid Friday stuff for you, Shauna.
Fun.
Save all of our stupid stuff for Friday.
Yep. Well, we have stupid stuff that we, most days. But anyway, most of it's on
Fair
Friday.
point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
I can't say only Friday stupid stuff.
So the Tragically Hip has a like a compilation album. It's not their greatest hits. What they call Your Favorites. And Your is spelled Y-E-R, which I just love. I thought that was such a clever name for a compilation album.
You're not the ocean. Yeah. Okay.
Your favorites. They're your favorites.
Yours.
So I've got a list here, Shauna, of things I want to ask you about your favorites.
Okay.
Bunch of different categories, and the idea is that just react to these. Don't give it too much thought.
Okay.
Okay. Am I boring you already?
No, sorry, I just yawned. A little bit tired. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to rapid fire these. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Color.
Blue.
Season.
Winter.
Movie.
You know the answer to this.
Italian job.
Italian job.
Place you visited. You've done lots of traveling.
Off the top of my head, Belize, because I was thinking about it recently. Yep.
Local restaurant.
Ooh.
I know you are a local gourmand.
My favorite restaurant is an impossible question to answer. Lulu.
Band.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Vehicle.
Mine. Audi Q3.
Sports team.
Blue Jays.
Clothing brand.
Does sloppy bad clothing count?
Just whatever, man. That's your answer.
Hoodies. Hoodies is my clothing company. Yeah. I have 100 of those. Doesn't matter what kind. I don't discriminate.
And I get some hoodies.
Give me a hoodie store.
Local beer.
Oh man, you can't do this to me. Last best.
Smell.
The smell. Oh, I like vanilla.
Ah.
I might go with vanilla.
Country. Canada. Animal?
It's a stupid question.
Well, it could be kind of meant other than your own, but
no, you can't. Canada is the only answer.
The glorious independent nation of Alberta, of course.
Animal.
Sloth. Board game.
Snakes and ladders.
Ski run.
Oh, damn it! Don't do this. Surprise corner in Fernie.
Book.
You have to go down the rope to get to it. It's fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Fun. Book.
Your book.
Into thin air.
About the Everest disaster?
Yeah.
Book. TV show.
Below Deck, only because we've been talking about it so much lately. It's terrible.
Athlete.
Jeez, there's so many of these. What are you doing to me?
It's meant to be a little more rapid fire, but
I know I can't. Okay, well, if you want me to literally go, the first thing that came up, Kawasaki.
Okay, snack,
fruit roll up,
ethnicity.
Also, when you do rapid fire, that's not my favorite snack. Ethnicity.
Favorite ethnicity. I thought I'd get you with that one. Coworker. Favorite coworker.
You.
Yeah. Woo!
If I didn't say you, would that just be like, show's over?
I'm going
That's it.
home.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
It's a very important time of the week, Beckler.
Indeed it is.
It's the Friday Morning Pizza Chat.
It's brought to you by Atlas Pizza.
Cold pizza. Watch out, boys, she'll chew it up. Cold pizza. Pizza man eater.
This one's kind of fitting for what we're going to talk about here.
Cold pizza?
Cold pizza. Now, Beckler, have you eaten a pizza slice that's cold?
Yes.
Have you eaten a pizza slice that's been out for a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, so
Way too long, probably.
100%. I've been known to eat a pizza slice it was from the night before, right? And it's still on the
Right.
counter, and you're like, it's fine.
For some reason, I assume that those rules don't apply to pizza.
Me too.
Like, there's food that I would never leave out and then eat the next day. But if a pizza's been sitting, from a party or whatever, I'm like, I'll eat that.
Me
Right?
too. I don't know what I mean.
Still food.
Now, to be fair, I am known to be somebody who pushes my luck with all kinds of food, and I'll eat lots of it that's been out for a little bit too long. But pizza, especially, like if it's overnight and I see it in the counter the next day, there's been times where I'm just like, that looks good, and I'll eat it for breakfast.
Rules don't apply.
No, I was reading about the health safety rules around pizza, though, and how long they say it's safe before you could get food poisoning. 2 hours. They say that you can actually get food poisoning from pizza if it's been out for longer than 2 hours.
That's like every party ever, though, right?
That's what I was saying. I was like, I should be dead by now. 2 hours?
Yeah.
I've gone 24, probably even 48.
Yes.
Okay.
So the pizza sits out on the counter and someone shows up late and you're like, hey, we ordered pizza. Help yourself. It's cold. You have to mic it. But
I think it's bull crap. Because honestly, you look at that too, and there's so much preservatives and stuff in pizza. Like that cheese and that meat and stuff. Like it's so salted. I'm like, it's fine. It's so fine. But they do say 2 hours. And then they say that it should not be in the fridge for longer than 3 to 4 days, or it goes bad that way too.
That's probably kind of right around where I'd cut it off too. Not because of any concern about getting sick, but just the quality drops off dramatically at that point, I think.
When I was in university, I worked at a radio station and they had free pizza the one day, and there'd always be leftover full pizzas, and I would take that home and I would eat it for a week. It would be 7 days of eating pizza, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'd be on rations because I had no money to have food. And I was still fine. You're right, though. By the end, it got
University gut, though, right?
a little bit hard by the end. It was basically, you'd have to like try and reheat it, and it wouldn't really help at that point. It was basically just straight cardboard you were eating.
Just warm and hard.
Still better than nothing. And wartime rations.
University, any sort of bacterial thing you got going on in your gut, you probably pickled, right?
It's true.
If you had food poisoning,
Exactly.
you probably pickled it.
You take that cardboard and you down it with 4 beer, and then you're fine, right?
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Yesterday on the show, you brought up the goat of chairs. The most famous, most iconic chairs.
Okay, I prefaced it with this is really dumb, but
I
yes,
loved
we
it. It was
talked
really
about the
dumb, but
chairs.
I loved it. Yeah.
I got thinking about the most iconic chairs. Don't ask.
Well, you ready for this?
Yeah,
What about the goat of tables?
groundbreaking.
When you were saying that yesterday, a light just went off, and I was like, we're probably going to do the goat of tables tomorrow,
Obviously, yep.
aren't we? This
is what
one's
we do.
tougher. This one is tougher. There aren't that many famous tables that I could think of. What would be the goat of tables, Shauna?
I mean, right off the bat, I thought of the Last Supper table, right?
I think that's the clear front runner.
That's got to be it.
Yeah. With Jesus and all his buds sitting on the one side of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we talked about doing this, but have you Last Suppered it yet?
Not
at a
Last
dinner?
Supper yet. No. So we were talking about how we're going to make a reservation and have all of us sitting on one side of the table, nobody on the other.
Right.
Just
They're
to
like, "What
see
are you
how people
doing?"
reacted.
We're Last Suppering
We're Last
it.
Suppering it. Yep. No, we all sit on the same side all the time, all 9 of us.
Better for photos.
100%.
That's the one that, I think that's probably the goat. Is there
Yeah.
any other one that might be in the conversation?
The round table.
King Arthur's round table?
Yes.
That's the other one, maybe.
Yep. And just like the round table as a whole, it's just a very important thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like a round table discussion.
Exactly.
I don't know if King Arthur's round table was real.
No, that's
Right?
why I can't envision King
it's a
Arthur's
legend.
round table. I just, the round table. It's very famous.
I don't know
What
if
about
Jesus' this table was real either.
It's true. the Knight's table? The Knight's table?
The Knight's table? Mm-hmm. What's that?
Oh, it's just a name of. It's a name of a place in Ontario. That's fine.
Oh.
Move on.
Okay.
Okay, so not that one.
Haven't heard of that.
Honorable mention to the TV table.
Like the TV tray?
The TV tables, we had, well, we called them TV tables, right? The ones that folded up,
yeah,
and then
you have dinner in front of you. Have your Hungry Man dinner.
Revolutionary. When the TV came and you could have dinner in front of the TV. Horrifying when you think about it. Also great.
Yeah, a little dystopian.
That was always a treat for us. We'd always have Sunday dinners on the TV tables, and we could watch fashion television. It was always fashion television.
Why specifically fashion television?
My mom and sister always forced us to watch fashion television. I was the only one not interested. Me and my dad were like, "Oh, for God's sakes!"
I don't see Bill being into that. He's a suspenders guy.
The two of you, both of us are. Both have long cracks, suspenders people.
Did your parents
not
have
big on fashion? But my parent or my sister.
Did they have a set of TV tables?
Yes.
That it had its own carrier, its own
ones.
caddy. Yes.
Yep.
Gold legs.
No.
No?
I know the gold leg ones, though. Those were the older ones. We got a more modern version. All wood. Yeah, very nice, though. And then you put them up, and you knew it was a good time when you could have dinner.
I wonder what my parents ever did with their set of TV tables.
There's the ones that had, like gold rim, and then they were like dark brown, and they'd have like
my parents had.
Weird like pattern stuff on the top, too. Those were, there was all kinds of those.
That's
Joy.
so 80s.
Anyway. So honorable mention to the TV table.
Also, honorable mention to, again, wrestling, the Spanish announcers table.
Oh, yeah.
Someone always gets thrown through the Spanish announcers table. So
you just really like the violence in the furniture, hey? The furniture yesterday
uses
we were
weapons,
the chairs from wrestling. Now the tables people get tossed over.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
A few that we missed here, Shauna. Someone said a folding table during Buffalo Bills season. We do have some Bills fans.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Who are some friends, I should say, who are Bills fans. So
he also said Steve's chair from Blue's Clues yesterday for chairs. Never thought of the...
Not familiar with that one.
No, but there are some chairs, I guess, that I'd never even thought of in cartoons. Anyway, moving on.
Table Mountain in South Africa.
In South Africa.
The Table of Contents.
Yeah.
The Water Table.
Oh, yeah.
But I think all of these, I think we missed the biggest one. The Periodic Table of the Elements. That's got to be the go-to tables.
Yeah, you're right.
That was in front of the show, Graham.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Yeah, I didn't even go the whole
thinking, not
physical table way.
More abstract?
Yeah.
Yeah. Periodic Table of the Elements. I got to give it to that one.
Of course you do.
Huh.
Okay.
Friend of the show, Josh said, do desks count? I don't think so.
Nope.
Wouldn't count a desk as a table.
Oh.
A bureau.
Although I suppose that's a working table, you know?
I guess so.
It's a working table.
It's a working table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you count a workbench?
No. For chairs, you mean?
For table? We're still talking tables.
But at no.
No?
I mean, that's, I guess, well, maybe. It's another working table, but it's called a bench, which is very confusing to me.
A drafting table?
You sit on bench.
Shouldn't sit on your workbench.
No, that's what I mean. It's a dumb name for a workbench. Why is it called a bench?
Good question.
That's stupid. Yeah. Don't like that.
Wow.
I'm going to look into that. Anyway.
This is gripping. This is
good stuff right here.
The picnic table.
Oh,
in front of the show, Warren. That's a good one. You throw
a good one.
Red and white plaid cloth on that sucker. You have yourself a picnic. Mm-hmm. Get your picnic basket carried away by a bunch of ants. All right.
Nope. Has that ever happened to you?
All the time.
Your picnic, yeah?
No. Every picnic I've ever had.
Okay, we're extending this for far too long now. Anyway.
Let's move on. The Beckler and Seanna podcast is brought to you by Shane Homes. Out of curiosity, I was just curious as to who the biggest home builders are in Calgary. And Shane Homes is right up there.
Interesting.
There's a few that are kind of at that top tier, and Shane Homes is one of them.
Cool.
And another fella I know who works for a different home builder was telling me that the big guys kind of have access to some of the best trades because
makes sense.
They can offer a ton of work, right?
Yep.
And
you want to work for a reputable company too, so
that's right. And I mean, this is his words, not mine, but he works in the industry, and he said the smaller guys kind of can struggle sometimes to find reliable trades. So
crazy.
That's I think just part
Another
of the whole
benefit.
package, right? With your Shane Homes and the peace of mind that you get going with a company with such a long reputation in Calgary, who has built so many homes and knows what they're doing.
Totally.
ShaneHomes.com. Shane Homes.
The better way to build.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I met a guy recently on the carnivore diet, Beckler.
Oh, you just eat meat?
Not keto rather, but yeah, carnivore. So he says he's been on the diet for over a year, and this is what it is. Yeah, exclusively meat, but eggs, seafood, and a little bit of dairy are allowed as well.
Okay.
So not just because keto is very strict, like even more strict than that, right? Straight meat, but
Yeah, just like Jordan Peterson, Dr. Jordan Peterson.
is he on the carnivore
I
diet
only
too?
eat meat.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the carnivore diet too, or he was. I think
Or
he's
keto.
sick, but yeah.
Well, anyway, apparently though, he said he was a complete insomniac before this, and he was super sick, and he couldn't sleep no matter what. Like he was trying absolutely everything. He tried every diet, everything in beforehand, and then he tried this, and now he can sleep much better. So somebody suggested the carnivore diet, said, give this a go. And he said it's the one thing that worked. So now he's been on it, and he's been on it for over a year. And I was like, interesting.
Okay.
What's your take on a diet like this, Beckler?
I don't know. I think probably balance in all things is the best.
yeah.
Like to go too hard one way or the other.
I know.
Also, it seems very expensive to me
Yeah.
because meat is not cheap.
You're right. Didn't even think about that.
We don't even eat a lot of meat at our house because of how expensive it is.
Interesting.
Not a lot of red meat, chicken,
Yep.
but all that costs so much these days.
I know. I was thinking about this. So I was like, I feel like that's a diet that I could do because that's basically what my favorite foods are: chicken, seafood, eggs. That's mostly what I eat anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge like pasta or rice person.
Not a lot of carbs.
Yeah, I don't mind carbs. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll eat a chip and I like chips and the odd thing here or there. But like, I'm not a huge like I need to have carbs. Like I know I have some friends who love pasta and carbs and that's their thing. Like a good piece of bread. But I'm like, my favorite stuff is kind of the carnivore diet.
Could you live on that exclusively?
That's the thing. Probably not, because I'd want a chip or I'd want a potato the odd time.
Yeah.
But I if I had to, I'd give it a go. It's like, I wonder if I could. Wonder if you'd lose the, craving for carbs if you went on a diet like this.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I also would like to know what it would cost.
Oh, geez. I know. You're right, though. The cost, that's it. You got to
Yeah.
be a Richmond if you want to do that.
I don't know the science behind it.
No,
Like I
me
said,
neither.
It has never been really an option for me, but
I know. I don't sleep that well, though. I was like, I wonder if that would help if I went on the carnivore diet.
you eat nothing but
The
meat.
dinosaur diet.
Just start hunting small game around the station here.
I could be Tarzan.
There's a rabbit.
Yeah. The Flintstones diet. The Bam Bam diet.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
You know what bums me out, Shauna?
What?
Certain daycares.
Oh. Yeah.
So, just a little bit of background. I hated going to daycare when I was little. I wanted to be home with my parents, but
That's fair.
my dad worked full time. My mom worked part time. So when she was at work, we would go to daycare, and I didn't like it. Didn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a soft spot for kids who are stuck at daycare all day.
Yeah.
And I really hope that those kids have friends there and that they enjoy.
Some
going there.
daycares are great. Like the daycare that my niece and nephew go to are awesome.
They love going
to
to. That's
daycare.
great. That's
Yeah.
what I want to hear, right? But some locations are a bit depressing. Some daycare locations,
Yeah.
in the city. Mm-hmm. Like you have ones with really nice outdoor spaces and stuff, and the kids are playing and having fun. I drove by one the other day, Shauna. It was in a back alley, and their outdoor space was like 6 foot wide by 50 foot wide strip of asphalt that was like fenced off. That was it. There was no playground equipment in there. I didn't even see a ball. I was like,
Maybe their indoor space is nice, Beckler.
well, I hope so, because their
Yeah.
outdoor space was not. And I drove by, and the daycare worker was sitting in a chair, and the kids were all just kind of like hanging out on this chunk
Smoking
of asphalt.
darts against the chain link fence.
Sean, it looked exactly like where the line cook goes for a smoke on their break. And I was like, this is your outdoor space, hey? We can't get a ball going in there. Can't get some chalk.
That's weird.
Nothing.
Maybe that's the punishment outdoor space. Maybe the indoor space again is nice, and that's where the bad kids go. Come and hang out with the line cooks and have a dart back here, okay? That's what you do. I'm hoping so.
I'm pretty sure like prison yards are more well appointed than this daycare's outdoor space.
There's
It was
one
such
down
a bummer,
the street
man.
here that we've laughed at before too, because I drive by that one, and again, it's a chain link fence with a fake little piece of turf in there. But at least they've got some equipment and stuff.
Yeah, and a fake
So
piece of turf, so it
that's
doesn't
good.
feel like you're in a back alley.
Yeah.
In a parking lot.
About to get robbed.
I wanted to like go
It's
get
fair.
treats and take them to these kids because I was like, man, that sucks.
You should just put a pinata, like hang it over, dangle it over the fence, and just make them swing at it. Hey kids, here you go.
Those kids are probably going to be tough, though.
Probably don't give them candy. Yeah.
Growing up in the prison yard.
Hey, I mean, Brampton, where I grew up, we've talked about it. It's a bit of a rough place, and yeah, it was kind of like that. So I grew up in the city. It was big prison yard, really.
One big prison
I
yard.
grew up tough. So those kids will too,
All
okay?
these soft kids with their outdoor turf and their play
Exactly,
structures.
it's true. There's those other kids are too soft. These ones will be hard.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I'd like to nominate a couple Terrys of the month if I could, Beckler.
Couple of them.
A couple of them. It's together, though. A friend of ours posted a sign from his neighborhood that just says, Ron and Don provide gopher removal services at no cost.
I saw the same post. Yes.
Phone calls only. It's a handwritten sign.
Ron and Don. I'll take care of your gopher problem there.
Two Terrys for sure that are just like, this is what they do. This is their retirement, Beckler. Is they're like, I like to kill gophers for fun. We're just going to offer up our services.
Really, you don't even have to pay us.
Nope.
We'll just come out.
We just want to kill some gophers.
We're going to have a few beers.
We're just going to
shoot some gophers.
We're just going gopher shooting, okay? I'd be a little concerned, though, if I was like, what methods do they use? Like, they probably like, we'll do it for free, but you got to let us do it whatever way we want. And, like, I'm imagining it could be slingshots. There could be some fire involved. Like,
there's this guy who comes up on my TikTok every once in a while, this young guy, and he works at an orchard.
Okay.
And whatever critters burrow underground at the orchard, I guess, are detrimental to the trees and to their crops. So they hire this guy, and he comes in with this machine, and he fills the tunnels with gas.
Oh, my God.
And then he, like, flips this lever, which ignites it underneath there. Mm-hmm. And he's like, if you do it right, sometimes you'll see
flying
the gophers fly out of the holes.
This is what I envision. Yep.
Like you can see the ground kind of shake as the explosion goes through it. Yeah. And that's exactly what Ron and Don are doing here.
100%.
Also, when you said Ron and Don, I thought of Ron McLean and Don Cherry.
Also hilarious. This is their retirement plan.
You gotta kill some gophers and get gophers against predators.
Yep. Yeah. Either way, yeah, I think I'd be a little skeptical. I'd be like, hey, Terry, what are you going to do? What methods are you going to... Because you know it's just him. He wants to experiment with his toys, right? Like, again, slingshots that he's made. Lord knows.
Yep.
Some sort
Filling
of
the holes with gas.
Flamethrower. I don't know, but yeah.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I don't know why I don't have your etymology music here, Seanna.
Well, I can't do it without the music, Beckler.
Oh, what the hell's going on here?
I'm just kidding. That's fine. We can do it without.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with the machine. Etymology with Seanna. My dad had an etymology request for you.
Cool.
The term dire straits. You heard that the other day. Like, where does that come from? And then, of course, the name of a famous band. But why do we say someone is in dire straits? Meaning they're in a sticky situation, they're in trouble, they're...
Yep.
Yeah.
So strait, of course, is like the Strait of Hormuz or whatever.
Yes.
It's a narrow or tight waterway in that case. But that's what strait translates to. It's a narrow or a tight place. And then when it comes to dire, that comes from the Latin dirus, meaning fearful or awful.
Okay.
So together, you have a scary tight spot or a scary tight waterway, and it did. It originally was a nautical term, and then it expanded beyond that. Like most things, started as a nautical term.
That was going to be my guess. So I said to my dad, I bet it's nautical, but I'll check with Seanna.
Yeah, it's always nautical. Everything
always
starts
nautical.
on ships and goes from there. And then the rock band Dire Straits just named themselves that because they were financially in dire straits. They were financially very tight, so that's why they chose that name.
And they probably are not in financial dire straits.
I don't think so.
Anymore, no.
No.
Etymology with Seanna.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
When I was in Regina a couple weeks ago, my boyfriend and I were talking about all the sump pumps there in Regina. I used to live there as well. And the house that I rented out, it had 3 sump pumps to try and pump out all the water from flooding.
High water table there, hey?
Super high water table. And I was just laughing because I remember when I lived there thinking, this seems like a strange place to build a city. And I was telling that to Cliff, and he was like, well, it was all political influence. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, it was one of the governor generals, a lieutenant governor, Edgar Dewdney, who owned the land that Regina was on. And he was also head of the First Nations back then. And I guess he had such political influence that he convinced everybody that that's where the city should go, is on his land.
I think I remember learning this.
And I didn't. I never learned that. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Because typically cities are located near a natural harbor or near a waterway or something,
some sort,
right?
And Regina does not. It's on clay, and there's no natural water source. There's a tiny little creek there, but it's not enough to actually provide water. And back then, I guess people used to make fun of that creek, and they would say that it was just basically a glorified ditch. And so they had to build a man-made lake, but it's one of the few cities ever that is not near a natural water source.
And it was all because this guy
owned it.
His land.
And he wanted it to be there. And I was like, that's hilarious. And then not only that, but that became the capital of the Northwest Territories back then, and then the capital of the entire province, even though, again, it's the least practical place for a city.
The story that I'd always heard growing up in Saskatoon was that the cities were given a choice which one wanted to be the capital and which one wanted the provincial university.
Interesting.
And I don't know if that's true or not.
I never read anything about that, but
No?
that's
Okay.
funny as well. But then I was reading about other places where, of course, this happens so much, where there's a lot of political influence or compromise in cities. And a lot of the stuff that I didn't know, like Washington, D.C., for example, it also is kind of swampy. Like, not a great place to have a place, but it was political compromise because the northern states wanted to have the capital north. And they, I guess, back then had huge debts from the war. And so they wanted the capital to be by them. And then, of course, the southern states, they'd already paid off their war debts. And they're like, no, we want it here. So Washington, D.C. is kind of that middle ground.
Oh.
And it's associated with any state, right? Because they want it to remain neutral ground. So that's why Washington, D.C. is where it is. And why it's not part of a state, right? It's not a state.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique situation, isn't it?
Totally. The capital of Australia, Canberra.
In Tasmania?
Yeah, same thing, right in between Sydney and Melbourne, because both of them wanted to be the capital, and they decided that as a fix, the government just wanted a remote piece of land, basically midway between them and New and South Wales, to create that place. So,
am I crazy here? No, Canberra is not in Tasmania.
I don't actually know where it is.
That's stupid of me, of course.
Sorry.
No, it's on the mainland, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't know where it is, but I was reading, that. And then, of course, when it comes to Victoria, it's kind of the same thing, right? It was a bit of a buffer zone, so they picked Victoria as the capital. But yeah, it's weird to think that all of these places are just basically political, or swayed by politics.
I don't even know how Ottawa became capital of Canada. Did that come up in your research at all?
It's because it was a logging town that was a political buffer zone directly between the border of English-speaking Ontario and French-speaking Quebec.
Well, that makes sense, right? It is sitting right there.
It's right in the middle there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just, again, a political compromise, basically.
Neither party was happy with it.
Nope, never.
You've been listening to the Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
You want more? Then tune in to X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna live on Calgary's alternative, X92.9. Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time at x929.ca. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have Beckler and Seanna downloaded daily to whatever device you use. Later. This week on After Hours with Ty and Millions. In for Mariah.
Sorry for making fun of you so much this week. I feel like you've been my L-Rod.
L-Rod?
Lightning rod.
I think you meant like L. Ron Hubbard. Who is that?
You've been my L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that invented Scientology.
After Hours with Ty and Millions. Watch the video on YouTube. Stream it wherever you get your podcasts.